Okay, as we're talking about AI agency services, there are a few things to consider. So the most important piece of that is truly the market. Even if you have the best service and you sell it to a market that can't afford the service or don't even need the service or doesn't want the service, it gets significantly harder to do. And so here's why this is important. Generally speaking, in the AI space, what I've seen is that people don't really want their customers to be exposed to AI. They are afraid of utilizing AI for customer-facing interactions. And frankly, I would even say for right now, as the AI is not indistinguishable anyways, and is making some mistakes, which is what the concern of the business owner is, of why they're rejecting specifically those AI, unless it's after hours where truly a human can't get to them. But looking to replace the human staff with voice AI is usually what business owners are apprehensive about. And I do understand that fully and completely. Because you do not want the people who are literally paying for you and for your people's wages to be exposed to an AI which makes mistakes and then ruins the reputation that you spend so many marketing dollars in building up on. And so it makes total sense. And so what I'm saying here is that there are great use cases that we've currently seen for AI: data entry, data manipulation, even knowledge-based systems are easy applications for AI, where you can see the transformation and the regurgitation of information as the biggest use case. Organizing information and giving it back to you is one of the best use cases that you can do with AI. And so in the same way as a lot of people have had this myth and this fantasy of the fully passive income, where basically you have to do absolutely nothing and the money just keeps pouring in. While systems like that can be built to a certain degree, it is also true that it is oftentimes a fantasy, especially by people who don't want to do the hard work of actually building the system and refining and testing it until it performs to this standard. In the same way, oftentimes it is the fantasy where people say, well, if I can just get AI to do business development for me, that would be so much better. What they're really saying is, I am afraid of either rejection or not being good enough, or even not wanting to do the hard work at all, or getting out of the mode because building is all comfy and fuzzy, right? We all know what that's like. If you spend hours working with Cloud Code and good things come out and everything pretty much works one shot. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But that's all warm, that's comfortable, that's fuzzy, that's nice, usually. Usually people don't really struggle to build anymore. People struggle with the human interactions. And so that's what a lot of people will want to outsource. And I don't necessarily think that is the right approach. Because if you utilize voice AI or any other AI in order to do that work that you don't really want to do, it's not something that business owners want. So for that, the point that I'm making here with all of that is that in ongoing use cases, the best use for AI currently, as it stands in mid-2026, is the aggregation of data and then the preparation of this data in order to prepare for the humans so that they can make their judgment upon that. AI is currently worst implemented for full-blown, full-functioning business development roles.